an iPad.
Magical
Set that
thinking.
iPad before you.
Are we on now?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, you
good.
can do it with an iPad.
Oh, good.
How's that look?
What do you think?
Okay.
Touchy.
Okay. Wait, and the sound is good? Do we hear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's why I like live, because to me it's real. I don't like canned stuff, so we're in the moment. So anyway, welcome everybody to the Center of Peace. Welcome to the spring equinox, which was at 7:02 this morning, if you were in Indiana, if you're in our time zone. And last year at this time it was 82 degrees. This year it was 30 and wind chill, it's 15 degrees. So again, we're living in the time of extremes and the healing of those very extreme energies. So I think the train whistle, I don't think somebody turned my phone off, but I got bored one night and put weird sounds on all my things. And I forget what the train whistle is though. And it happens very randomly. So anyway, the purpose tonight again is for healing. What I would like to really start out with is really doing a meditation to raise frequency. And again, if you've never meditated, if you've meditated a lot, it doesn't matter. This time of present time that we're in, all you have to do is be open to receive, and just be comfortable within yourself and open to receive. And I want you to feel what a safe space this is to heal. Those of you that are with us in person, those of you with us in spirit, and those of you out there, just relax. Just feel the energy. We're in a time of harmony, balance, peace, and sometimes to find harmony and balance and peace, we've had to go through what's made us imbalanced, things that are not healed, things that are not of the light. So just in this moment, I want you to think about, and more importantly, I want you to feel where in your body, mind, and spirit you're being activated. I want you to feel anywhere in your energy field that you are having discomfort, that you're having any type of pain, any type of sensations. Because part of the resurrection energy that we're going through right now is a healing of and restoration of the body, mind, and spirit. No pieces want to be left behind. No parts of you want to be left somewhere out in a fragmentation or the illusion of fragmentation. So in this moment, I want you to imagine this beautiful, huge, huge energy field that the whole universe is. The whole universe is one huge body, and we are all part of that body. We're all cells in that body. And the consciousness that's occurring right now is about that Christ consciousness, that Buddhic consciousness, that oneness consciousness from within. It's that actualization of it. And I want you to feel within your own being how safe it is to be in your body. We've all been feeling a lot of fear. We've all been feeling a lot of negativity. You've had many sensations of what you don't like, what you don't want, where you are uncomfortable in your life. I want you to shift into this big, big energy body that you are. Your body is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Your body is a replica of the universe. In the image of spirit you were made. Elohim, in our image we made them male and female. I want you to feel how safe it is to be a spiritual being in a physical body on the earth at this time. And I want you to feel the comfort of being in your body. It's safe to be who you are. It's safe to be in your own life, in your body. People always think they want to be out of their body. They want to go into whatever higher realms of consciousness are. You have to be grounded in your physical body. Your body is your temple, but it's like a butterfly. Your physical body is like the body part of the beautiful butterfly, but you have gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wings that go out 30, 40, 50 feet. So I want you just to imagine, because at first it may feel like it's using your imagination, how huge you really are. How big your energy field is. It goes out, again, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet. And I want you to feel the connection that's there with everything, with everybody, with all life forms, with all sentient beings. And anywhere that there's the illusion of separation from self, others, and spirit, in accordance with each person's free will and highest good, we ask the bodies to align mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, into present time. We ask for the shedding of the old self, for the death of the old life, the old things that aren't working, the old mindsets, belief systems, limited thinking, the patterns of suffering or learning through suffering, learning through the wheel of karma, all the things that are no longer necessary for us to go through anymore. The day of the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth is over. The day of learning through that wheel of karma is over. We are truly in the time of grace. This was an energy that was actually set in motion thousands of years ago. The grace, the idea of grace. It's not the idea of the actualization of grace. 2,000 years ago was set in motion. I came to fulfill the law of the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I came to bring a state of grace, of redemption. And very quickly that message was redirected and transmuted into fear, guilt, and shame through different types of organized religion. Religion has its purpose. There are very good things in all the religions. But the very true message of freedom, you can do all that I've done and more. I came to show the way. I came to show how the consciousness, the Christos consciousness, the light consciousness, when you go through death, hell, and the grave, when you go through the dark night of the soul, and you are truly die to the old self and are reborn and integrate it with the high self, with the Christos self, that's what's occurring now. The return of this consciousness is a consciousness, and it's about all of us as a group consciousness, each of you as an individual, being able to activate and actualize unconditional love in your lives and heal and be healed. Physician, heal thyself. So right in this moment, again, I want you to feel in your being the safety of your space. We have been programmed to not feel comfortable in our own skins. We have been programmed to turn our power over to other people, other things. to think that everything we need or want is outside of ourselves. Everything out there is the mirror, reflecting back to you what's going on inside of your own being. And as you're reflecting and feeling safe in your body, know that the earth is moving, is transmuting, and there are millions of people on this earth right now who are open and activating this light consciousness. On this very day and this very night, it's exciting that this happened today, that our meeting happened to be with the spring equinox. So I want you to feel the safety of your body, the safety of the earth. I want you to tune out what you hear on the radio, what you see on the TV, the bad news, the fear, the fear, the fear. And I want you to feel the truth of the love. There are many, many, many more people on this earth of higher consciousness than the dark energy. There are many people who are choosing to come into higher frequency. You may feel the palms of your hands getting very warm. There's a very warm, healing energy moving through the bodies, through this room, through your energy field right now. And again, I want you to feel how safely you're rooted to the earth. The bottoms of your feet have hundreds of wheels of light or chakras that are connecting you deep, deep, deep to the center of the earth. And this root system is very real. I want you to feel the energy moving up from the earth through the bottom of your feet. I want you to feel the top of your head opening and connecting you to the heavens. I want you to feel the magnetic energy of the earth, of the Divine Mother, how she's grounding you, rooting you, holding you in place, removing poisons, removing toxins. And I want you to feel a tingling. There's probably a tingling going on in the crown chakra. There's many, many other chakras that radiate up above the crown chakra. And I want you to feel this electricity that's in the air tonight, this beautiful electrical energy of the Divine Father. And that energy is activated. It's moving very powerfully down through the top of your head. It's being pulled by the magnetic energy of the Mother to create life, to create new energy, new cells in your body. And in this big, big being that you are, I want you to imagine, I had a dream about this one night a few years ago, and it's been a recurring dream where I saw, it looked like maybe 30, 40 of us, but we were all really, 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 really big. We were so big that we were standing on the earth, and we were all holding hands, and we were so much not separate from the earth or the heavens. And we all had stars. We each have a star we're connected with as well. So I want you to just kind of imagine that all of us here, we're so large that the earth is something we can stand on. It's an image that's given many times in religion when you see the Divine Mother Mary and she's standing on the earth. I want you just to imagine that we're all such big beings of light that we are joined together in a circle, standing on the earth. And of course we're so tall then that we're up in the heavens. We are up in the stars. And each of us has a star and a star group that we're connected with. And the heavens and the earth aren't separate. We ask for the healing of the illusion of the separation of the Divine Mother, Divine Father, of heaven and earth. We ask for the memory of the union to return. So again, I want you just to feel and know that you are of the earth, of the spirit, of many realms combined, not separate. And on this night, there's an amazing amount of energy that's just being poured out of unconditional love from everywhere in the universe. And it's going into every cell of your body to heal, remove the pain, transmute the energy. And in accordance with each person's free will and highest good, we ask at this point of the healing for anything on any level that's binding you to learn through suffering, toxicity, repeating of things that you no longer need to repeat. Anything that's binding you to fear, guilt, shame, that's keeping you captured. I want you to feel again where those negative umbilical cords, because there's a lot of umbilical cords coming forward to becoming very visible, to be disconnected. This is of the body, mind, and spirit. It's safe to let go of the old ways of thinking and feeling and doing. It's safe to be authentic. It's safe to be in your authentic being. It's safe to heal. It's safe to let go of the ideas of death and dying. So again, anywhere in the body, mind, and spirit that you're holding toxicity, you're holding people, objects, ways of thinking, ways of doing things, anything that's not of the light, again, in accordance only with each person's free will and highest good, we ask these umbilical cords to come forward to be healed, to be transmuted. But we ask them to be cut. And we ask them to be cut back to the origin. So we ask that again, in accordance with each person's free will and highest good, that we go back in time to where anything went off of the original divine blueprint of your life. And anywhere that you're bound or captured or trapped in any type of addiction, anywhere you're trapped in family DNA that's patterning, that's weaknesses of the body, mind, and spirit, anywhere you're holding and repeating lessons that are no longer necessary, we ask those things to come forward to be severed. We ask as this beautiful group energy, and we ask the Archangel Michael, we ask the Archangel Michael to sever all cords that are binding. Feel in the body, mind, and spirit where the energies are moving. And feel the emergence of your being as you're being freed from these cords, being freed from other places and times, ways of thinking, ways of doing things, groups of people, patterns that have kept you trapped. let them go. And when you're ready, return to the consciousness of this room in this process of healing, remembering, wholeness, wellness, resurrection energy will continue into the night, into the dreams, into the days to come. And as you're emerging, I want you to leave the heavy, frantic world behind. Just let the burdens go. Let the energy that's in the room here, let it activate and transmute and continue transmuting layers and layers. As you come back into the consciousness of this room, there's a very strong energy that's going on. You're going to be feeling a lot of energy through the stomach and solar plexus and up into the heart. That's where we're going to do a lot of energy releasing. Because it's interesting, as everybody's emerging here in the room back into this level, there's a huge amount of energy that's right here that's ready to be distributed through your whole being. And this is what happens. The last few months, Spirit's been guiding me to talk about with people in the sessions about being captured. We have all, in many ways, from different times and places and different ways, have become captured. And what does that mean? When we're captured, we feel powerless, we feel alone, we feel contained. And a lot of what's going to be happening for everybody in the next few days, next few weeks, is that illusion of being captured is going away. And it's like Stockholm Syndrome. I think a lot of people are going through it. A lot of people are actually aware that they really aren't captured anymore. But we've gotten so used to blaming other people, or this person's controlling me, or this is happening to me because of this, that as you're waking up and realizing that the chains or the things that were binding you aren't really binding you anymore, the real prison is your own thinking. It's lower thoughts, it's lower belief systems, it's being trapped in the old ways of doing things. Because the most beautiful thing I'm seeing in the room here tonight is all of you're glowing. There's a huge glowing energy. And it's the power and the energy you've gathered up here. And it's almost like not knowing what to do with the energy. Not knowing what to do. What do we do now? And we've been grieving. There's been a lot of grief, a lot of tears, a lot of anger that we've all been moving through. And it's that death and grieving of how we used to learn. It's not going to work for you anymore. You're going to find that it's very boring to be in a lot of drama. It's going to be boring to be in a lot of the stories you used to tell people, or the stories you used to believe or think about your own life. So you're in new territory. And it's not even really new territory. It's really the real life that's always been here. But you're clearing the illusion. So as you're clearing your perception and your illusion, it's been interesting. It's been painful. It's not even a good or bad thing, but it's not stopping. The momentum that's here right now with healing and transformation is not going to stop. That's one of the biggest things that I think we're all realizing, is just when you think you can get a breather and you think, okay, I can rest for a minute, I think I got this lesson, I got this piece of depression or something I was working on over with, here comes another wave. Because it's literally like peeling away layers of an onion. And so then what happens? Then you get doubtful, you get fearful again. You think, oh, I'm not doing it right. Oh, I didn't get this. No, you're getting everything. And you've graduated, but let's put it like this. You are now, you're not doing your practicum, you're not doing your, understudy work. This is not a dress rehearsal, this is not a trial run. You're not out there, in the field somewhere just learning. It's your time to bring all of who you are into this world in a powerful way. You can't hold back. You can't hide yourselves anymore. When I first came in the room tonight, I could see parts of all of us that are like little kids when they're playing hide and go seek, and they hide behind like a really thin pillar, and you can see them. They're like, I don't think anybody sees me. That's, everybody's transparent. We're so transparent right now, and it's not going to stop. That stripping away of facades, and the more you're going to try to put something back on or hide from yourself or hide from others, it will just come out in another way. It's not going to go away. So the safest, best thing you can do in your life right now is to throw yourself in that transmutation fire. Throw yourself in the fire, because it's not going anywhere. The flames are there not to burn you, not to hurt you, not to scare you, but they literally are there to burn off the things that are not right. But it doesn't have to be a painful process. Why it's painful is when you resist. It's when you pull back. It's when you let the lower mind convince you that something is bad. This is bad. This is painful. This is not feeling good, so I'm going to shut down. Shutting down is going to be torturous. You're going to find that it's much easier to be open. Those of you that used to sleep a lot to escape depression or to escape whatever, you won't be able to sleep. You're going to be or if you're in the sleeping state and you've been having the covers over your head and you're trying to escape, you're going to see and have things revealed in your dream state. Those of you that used to like to just eat a lot, you may find you don't like, the food doesn't taste good anymore. Lots of people are coming to me and saying, you know what, I used to eat tons of sugar, don't want it. It tastes bitter, it tastes metallic in my mouth now. You know why? Because you're turning into light. Your body temple's turning into light. So your body's not going to want poison in its body. Things that used to feel or taste or be a certain way for you, if they're not right, it won't work. It won't work. The things that used to amuse you, a lot of people are saying, you know what, I used to always love to watch a certain TV show or watch a certain series, and I get bored 2 minutes in it, and I realize I'm not even paying attention to it anymore. You can even notice with the kids, with as addicted they can be to video games and to different things. I'm having people coming in and saying, you know, my children are flipping around now. I'm noticing they're not playing the same games. They're putting them down. They're not, it's not working. Because all those things were part of the matrix. You know, the movie was not just a movie. There is a matrix. There's a real matrix, and it's a filled with holograms and false information and false creation that has absolutely nothing to do with the real creation. As a matter of fact, down through the ages, there were negative fallen angels and different force fields and different things that would actually use holograms to create phenomena, to lure people into worshiping different things and thinking different things about death and sacrifice, and we have to kill these animals, and we have to, all the blood ritual stuff that's been on this earth, and now has manifested in a very seemingly benign way in all the vampire movies and the very interest in vampirism. And again, I'm not judging it, it's interesting, and people find it somehow interesting. You're going to find that it's been a purposeful thing that's been put into your consciousness, that something has to die to live, something has to, we have to sacrifice, we have to have this bloodshed, we have to have death. We've really been, the earth was never created to be a death cult. And it's in very subtle ways. What do we see on television? Everything is about, you know, crazy people who are rapists and terrorists and, you know, all these really dark things. Or the vampires, or the this or the that, this predatory. On one level, why is this manifesting? It's manifesting so we'll heal our fears of that. So sometimes you'll watch certain things and you'll go, huh, interesting. I had a really interesting dream that Spirit's just, now didn't know if I was going to share this with anybody, but I'm going to. I told Glenda. A lot of you know we're Keystone at the Crossing. This was one of the most real dreams I've ever had in my entire life. And I lucid dream all the time. And I daily get things from people saying that they see me in their dreams, and I see them in dreams, and I do a lot of stuff in the dream level. And when I had this, whatever it was one of the most transformative, powerful things. It happened about 4 or 5 days ago. You've all had the dreams where you're being chased, or you're being, something's after you. We've all had those. I had those for years, and all of a sudden, as I became more safe in my own body, I would stop, and then I would start chasing whoever was after me. And then the dreams would get to the point where I came face to face, and we embraced, and it was healed, and it went away. And I've had those kind of stuff, you know, 'cause I've done a lot of work on myself. But this was a new one. And I thought, and in the dream I thought, whoa, what is this? And the reason I'm sharing this is that you're going to find that there's going to be very soon very little difference between the waking and dreaming state. Because again, when we fell through fear in the Garden of Eden into the illusion of separation, that's when learning through cycles began. That's when learning through the illusion of linear time began. It was day, it was night, it was spring, it was winter, it was fall, it was, you know. They say in the original garden state, it was eternal spring. Nothing died. It was just eternal spring, beauty. So even with the different levels of work I do in dream and conscious dreaming, this dream was shocking. And I've really been working on working through the levels of what it meant. And I think I just got it as I'm even talking about sharing this with you. So in this dream, if I ever go to that mall, and I don't go very often because I'm not a big shopper, I'm a psychic shopper. It's true. I'm one of those people, I could, believe it or not, I can get dressed in 5 minutes. I'm more like, man, if I didn't get up in time to take a shower, I can roll out of bed, put on the old dirty pair of socks, and put my makeup on, and I'm ready to go. I've never been, it may not look that way, but that's just who I am. I'm not a big shopper. But I will be driving by somewhere and going, I want to go in there, and whoa, there it is, and I get it, and I'm out, in and out. So if I ever do go to Keystone at the Crossing, I always, or have to go in that one end of the mall, I would always park at the very east end, at the back of where Saks is, okay? So in this dream, it was just like I was in this movie. I mean, it was so real that I could feel everything. Everything was going on. So in the dream, I'm in the parking lot, but I'm on the side, and my car has pulled, it's not my car that I have now, it's another car, and it's pulled up to the other entrance into Saks. So I don't remember if I was in or out of the building. I just remember standing there, and there's my car and there's another car in front of mine. And we're not parked in the parking lot. We're parked like you would as you'd be coming out of the building to pick up somebody or something. So I go to my car, and I'm facing the driver's side's facing what would be the door. As I start to get in my car, I notice that my back door is open to on the passenger side. And I thought, that's really weird. And I kind of look over, and the car in front of me has the back door open and has the passenger door open. I thought, that's really weird. So I thought, I better go and figure out why this back door would be open. So I come around to my car, I look in, and there's a little girl. And she looks to me to be 4 or 5 years old, and she's got a seatbelt on, and she's sitting in the back seat of my car. I'm like, whoa, okay, this is really weird. And then I notice that the car in front of me has a back door open and the other car door open. So it didn't all feel right. When I look back on the dream, I get it, and I'm getting a bigger picture of what it was. But I thought, oh my God, this poor little girl, what's she doing? She got in the wrong car, right? So I undo her seat and seatbelt, and I take her out, and I take her to the next car, and I put her in the back seat. There's a woman, very short hair, driving. There's another child in the back seat. The woman says to me, get in the front seat. And I remember thinking, I don't know if I want to get in the front seat. I mean, now I'm thinking about it. But I thought, oh, what could be bad? Yeah, right, a lot. Exactly. Here's a child, another child, there's a woman, okay. It all feels pretty okay, except it's kind of weird. Get in the seat. And again, you have to realize I'm experiencing this. I woke up, when I tell you the end of this dream, you're going to freak out. I had marks where seatbelt had been, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, so I get in, and I looked, and the second I hit the seat, I thought I shouldn't be sitting here. And it was like things you see in movies, where all of a sudden it was like the doors locked, a seat belt came around me, but like beyond a seat belt. It was like I was confined. Let's just say I was very confined. So I'm sitting there going, crap, this is not good. This is not good at all. And I even thought in the dream, and I'm a psychic. How bad did this happen to me? I must have been really... So I look, and it would be just exactly, anytime in my life, I used to live in New York City when I was real young, and I would feel weirdness and crazy people way ahead of time, so I just start walking in the street. I kind of went into that mode. I thought, okay, you just think you're going to mess with me. So I was like, so I look over, and I still see, and then the more I'm looking at this little girl in the back seat, she looks like that girl from The Ring or something. It was like she was a little girl, but she was evil. It was just like this evil energy. I was like, ooh, okay, there you go. And I look over at the woman, and she looks like a soccer mom or something, but real short hair, just totally. And she starts to connect. I could feel her psychically speaking to me, and trying to get him, like she was trying to get in my head, So I was like, something kept saying, "Don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her." So then I start, like I'm gonna be able to fool anybody, right? I'm going, okay, I've got to figure out how to get unconfined. So I'm kind of up out of my body, up over the car. I'm looking at different angles of what to do, and so I'm kind of still trying to think I'm being slick here, being subtle. I'm like, okay. Trying to see if there's any wiggle room that I could get free from this whole thing. She goes, you can't get out. You'll never get out. There's no way out. Like, oh, crap. So I thought, Then I got mad. And I thought, So I find a pencil. And the ironic thing, I don't like pencils, don't use pencils. it's identical to a pencil that we have, that Glenda uses. So somehow I find this pencil. I start taking the pencil and start gouging, start trying to tear these things that were binding me. I'm very claustrophobic. So by this time I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get out of here because I am really claustrophobic. And I started having these images too of like how in the same moment I'm thinking how easy it is for all, you know, we always think men are perpetrators, right? We always think it's going to be a male that's going to attack you, or it's going to be and there's something absolutely more sinister about female energy when it's evil. And this is the way this woman was. I mean, she was like, and all she had to say, and that's what, in my younger life, I probably would have been absolutely terrified, but when all she had to say was, you're never getting out. There's no way out. That it would have been like, holy, oh. But the more, and she didn't say anything else, that's all she projected was like, no, there's no way. And she just sat there. She didn't put a finger on me, she didn't do anything. It was this mental thing, right? So I was working through layers and layers and layers of limited thinking. I know it when I look back on the dream now, because I was like, I don't believe that. I'm saying this to myself. I thought, I believe there's a way out. So I'm taking this pencil and I'm like, and she kind of projected it again. And I'm not a violent person. Well, I probably could be if I had to be, because I wasn't in the dream. So I take this pencil and I don't even think about it. And I take the pencil and it's not sharp though, it's dull. I start stabbing her in the throat, which I know means something. I mean, this was like, and when I started